You can bake them, broil them, smoke them, or eat them raw, right out of the shell. Over the years, wild oyster stocks have declined due to overfishing and pollution. So today, 95% of the oysters we consume come from oyster farms. Oysters are filter feeders, meaning they draw seawater over their gills to trap and eat the sand granules found floating in the ocean. Oyster farms are located in or by the sea, because when they were originally located in metropolitan areas, the overpowering smell of raw oysters became a public health hazard. The hatchery keeps the oysters in upwellers, mesh-bottom buckets filled with recycled water. Oysters can reproduce once they're 6 months old. However, the ideal breeding age is between 2 and 100 years old. In other words, during the first half of the oyster's life. One way to get the most flavorful oysters is to get them to spew cum shots on each other, as seen here. The oyster's sperm adds to the shellfish's naturally salty flavor, and is regularly left on during production. Once new oysters are born, they are immediately locked into flavor cages, where they are pumped full of natural and artificial flavorings. People wealthy enough to own microscopes manage the ponds where the factory grows mini oysters. On Thursdays, recently divorced Santa Claus volunteers at the factory. The baby oysters are mixed into circulating water filled with cooking seasonings, such as basil and oregano. This forces the oysters to be brined with the flavoring specified by the restaurants that order them. The baby oysters are sent to a farm floating in a harbor owned by Othniel Oysters Ltd. If you'd like to learn more about them, you can visit their website written on this sign, which is, I can't read that. Inside the farm, Larry chooses his favorite oysters and gently pets them. These 4 oysters are going home with Larry. Workers then trap the oysters into black mesh bags, attach the bags to metal racks, and suspend the racks in the sea, in an attempt to drown the oysters. Oysters tend to taste better the more they suffer before death. An employee dumps the oysters out of the bag so they can be relocated to the sea floor. They also sort through the oysters to find some good ones for Larry. These 3 belong to him now. Oyster farmers only check on the oysters 1 day out of the year. The rest of their days on the job are spent boating and drinking beer. When it comes time to harvest the oysters, a special machine called the Oyster Harvester 9000 is lowered into the water. The machine is a combination of a dredger and conveyor, which scoops the oysters into the boat. If the company's harvest is particularly bountiful, they can use the profits to upgrade to the mythical Oyster Harvester 10,000! The machine dumps the oysters to another conveyor, which... Oh my god, there's a crab on the conveyor belt. Stop the machine! Stop the... Jesus Christ, stop the machine! I hope he's okay, I can't see him. I don't know where he went. Oh, it seems the other end of the conveyor belt leads back into the ocean. Whew. Godspeed, Crab Nicholson. Oysters are typically sold in 2 portion sizes, American and regular. Prior to sale, the oysters are bombarded with rays of radioactive material to destroy any bacteria left in the oysters. According to the FDA, the amount of radiation used dissipates by about 90% once the oysters actually reach the customers. So don't let that stop you from eating some delicious oyster. Oh my fucking god, what is that? That's disgusting!
I protect the environment. That's how my children see my job. Safeguarding our waterways has been a cherished journey. It's why I chose the Coast Guard. That experience will always be with me, and it's now invaluable in my role at Enbridge. My mission continues here, ensuring our Michigan waters are protected. That's why I wholeheartedly support the Great Lakes Tunnel project. It's a vital step in preserving our lakes and ensuring access to reliable, affordable energy.
Happy anniversary. We're gonna have dinner, 8 p.m. sharp. Don't be late.
I won't be late. Oiga la luz.
You usually say para la luz, pendejo. I think this place is about to close up.
Well, luckily for you, this date isn't over until your uniform is on my hotel room floor.
Holy shit. Something tell me you can make it hot. God, wait. This is my 25th wedding anniversary. If I miss dinner with my wife tonight, I will be shot.
Don't do anything stupid.
Whatever gets you home to your wife in time for your special day. Happy anniversary.
Drop by. Get out there. You were supposed to retire and moving on to a new career.
You're pivoting this late?
Well, how old do you think I am?
Well, you're black, so you look 40, but we could be up to 90.
Hey, yo, you seeing this? Pull over and you won't get hurt.
We're gonna die. Calm down. Remember your training.
Put your hands up!
I took a 15-hour online course. What training?
Kobe! Reggie Miller! Who?
Oh, that's not good. Since you're gonna kill us, why don't you just show us who you are? Tell us and show us out!
Yo, you better give me that money. I'm gonna throw up. You swallow that shit if you throw up, you up. What is this? And who is they?
Change of plans. You two are gonna help me steal $60 million from the casino. Because if you don't, your wife's dead.
If you let us go, I'll let you bang my twin sister.
Sounds like me with long hair. You trying to get us shot?
Ruffle, you don't answer your phone? Did you forget you married a Latina? I put a tracking chip in your neck.
Hi, Natalie. You fell in love this weekend?
Of course. We did butt stuff. That's wow.
That was awesome, dude.
I look at my leg and my foot, my ankle, my meniscus. I know I tore my whole back out too.
What, just from that?
Are those the same underwear from Friday? Should have been a red flag.
Almond consumption dates back to biblical times. They're even mentioned in the Old Testament. Around 100 AD, the ancient Romans showered newlyweds with almonds. This ritual came from the belief that they increased fertility. But today, it's the nutritional value of almonds that keeps us coming back for more. Almonds are a guilt-free snack. Well, maybe a bit of guilt if they're not your almonds. More than 80% of the